Take a slow breath for a moment and allow your thoughts to settle. This message is not rushing you, and it is not here to create fear or urgency. It has reached you quietly, the same way clarity often does, when the noise of the world finally softens. There are moments in life when guidance arrives not as a loud command, but as a gentle presence that asks you to pause and truly listen. Archangel Michael's energy is often associated with strength, protection, and calm truth. This message is not about dramatic predictions or sudden events. It is about awareness. It is about recognizing where you are right now in your life and understanding that the path ahead is not random. You have walked through experiences that shaped you, tested you, and quietly prepared you for a deeper understanding of yourself. You may have noticed that lately your thoughts feel heavier than usual, or that certain questions return to your mind when everything becomes quiet. These are not signs of confusion, they are signs of growth. When the soul begins to expand, it naturally starts asking deeper questions about purpose, direction, and meaning. This message meets you exactly at that point. You are not being judged for your past choices, nor are you being asked to fix everything at once. Spiritual growth does not work that way. True guidance arrives with patience. It reminds you that even when progress feels slow, something within you is still moving forward. Strength is not always loud, often, it is the ability to remain steady during uncertainty. There is a reason you are drawn to moments of stillness more than before. A reason why. You find yourself reflecting on people, decisions, and paths you did not take. This is not regret. It is understanding forming itself. When clarity begins to emerge, it often starts as reflection, not answers. And reflection is a powerful step toward wisdom. Archangel Michael's message in this moment is about grounding yourself. About returning to the center of who you are, beyond expectations, beyond pressure, beyond comparisons. You are not behind in life. You are not missing something everyone else has. Your journey simply follows a rhythm that suits your growth. You may feel that others do not fully understand you, and that is okay. Not everyone is meant to walk the same inner path. Some people are builders, some are explorers, and some are guardians of quiet strength. Your role is unfolding naturally, even if you cannot yet name it. As you continue listening, allow yourself to release the need for immediate conclusions. Guidance does not demand instant decisions. It invites awareness first. This message is not ending here, it is only opening the space for deeper understanding, which will continue to unfold step by step. Soft closing, no pressure, no fear. If this message feels calm rather than loud, stay with it. In the next part, the focus will gently move toward understanding what this moment in your life is preparing you for, without forcing answers or expectations. As you continue listening, let your mind stay open without searching for instant meaning. Some truths do not arrive as sudden realizations. They unfold gently, layer by layer, allowing the heart to adjust before the mind fully understands. This moment is one of those quiet transitions, where nothing dramatic seems to happen on the outside, yet something meaningful is shifting within you. You may have felt recently that life is asking you to slow down rather than rush forward. This is not a setback. It is alignment. When the soul prepares for clarity, it naturally pulls away from noise, distraction, and unnecessary urgency. This message arrives to remind you that stillness is not emptiness, it is preparation. There is a strength growing inside you that does not need approval or recognition. It comes from endurance, from having walked through moments where you had no clear answers yet continued anyway. That kind of strength is rare. It does not announce itself. It simply stands firm, even when uncertainty surrounds it. You might notice that certain connections no longer feel the same, or that you are becoming more selective about where you place your energy. This is not isolation. It is discernment. When awareness deepens, the heart naturally learns what nourishes it and what quietly drains it. This shift is not meant to make you lonely, it is meant to make you honest with yourself. Archangel Michael's presence is often described as protective, but protection does not always mean removing challenges. Sometimes it means helping you see clearly enough to face life without fear. You are being guided toward trust, not blind trust in outcomes, but trust in your ability to navigate whatever comes next with wisdom and calm. You are not required to have everything figured out. Growth does not demand certainty, it asks for sincerity. The questions you carry are not signs of weakness. They are invitations to deeper understanding. And every time you choose patience over panic, you strengthen something within you that cannot be shaken easily. There is also a gentle reminder here: you are allowed to rest emotionally. You do not have to constantly prove your worth, explain your journey, or justify your pace. The path you are on is uniquely yours, and comparison only clouds the clarity that is already forming. Notice how this message does not push you, rush you, or pressure you. That is intentional. True guidance feels steady, not urgent. It gives you space to breathe, reflect, and reconnect with what feels true rather than what feels loud. As this message continues, let it sit with you rather than trying to analyze it. Some understanding arrives later, often when you least expect it, during a quiet moment, a simple thought, or a sudden sense of peace that does not need explanation. Soft transition forward. This journey of understanding is still unfolding. What comes next is not about change for the sake of change, but about recognizing the quiet strength you already carry. In the next part, the focus will move deeper into how trust begins to replace overthinking, naturally and without force. As this message continues, allow yourself to remain present rather than searching for a final conclusion. Some moments are not meant to be solved, they are meant to be felt. What you are experiencing now is a gentle widening of awareness, where understanding does not arrive as words, but as a quiet sense of knowing that settles deep within you. You may realize that much of your life has been shaped by carrying responsibility earlier than expected. You learned to stay composed, to keep moving forward even when support felt uncertain. This did not make you cold, it made you resilient. And resilience, when guided with awareness, becomes wisdom rather than exhaustion. There is a reason you think deeply and feel intensely. You were not designed to live on the surface of things. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is a form of perception that allows you to notice what others overlook. When you learn to balance this sensitivity with trust, it becomes one of your greatest strengths. Lately, you may have felt drawn toward silence, reflection, or moments of stillness. This is not withdrawal from life. It is recalibration. Just as the body needs rest to heal, the inner world needs quiet to realign. During these moments, clarity forms without effort, and decisions begin to feel lighter rather than forced. Archangel Michael's guidance often arrives during such phases, not to demand action, but to reinforce inner stability. True strength does not rush. It waits until alignment feels natural. You are being reminded that you do not need to chase clarity. Clarity meets you when you are ready to receive it. You might notice that old fears no longer hold the same power they once did. They may still appear, but they no longer define you. This shift is subtle yet significant. It means you are learning to observe your thoughts rather than become controlled by them. And this ability changes everything. There is also a quiet invitation here. To forgive yourself, not because you failed, but because you did your best with what you knew at the time. Growth is not about erasing the past, it is about integrating it without judgment. When you release self-blame, energy returns to you in ways you can feel. Your journey has never been about perfection. It has always been about sincerity. Every step you took, even the uncertain ones, carried intention. And intention matters more than outcome. When the heart is honest, guidance naturally follows. As you continue listening, notice how calm does not mean lack of emotion. Calm means clarity without chaos. It allows you to feel deeply without being overwhelmed. This state is becoming more familiar to you now, and that is not accidental. You are entering a phase where trust replaces overthinking, not because questions disappear, but because confidence grows. Confidence not in knowing everything, but in knowing yourself. And that self-awareness becomes the foundation for what comes next. This message does not end here. What follows is not sudden change, but gentle integration. In the next part, everything you have reflected on begins to come together, forming a clearer sense of direction, one that feels grounded, peaceful, and aligned with who you truly are. As this message reaches its final movement, there is no rush for you to understand everything at once. Some truths unfold gently, settling into the heart over time rather than arriving all at once. What matters most is that you stayed, you listened, and you allowed yourself to remain open. That openness itself is a sign of growth. You may notice that something within you feels calmer than before. Not because all questions are answered, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. There is a quiet acceptance forming, an understanding that life does not need to be forced to move forward. When alignment is present, progress happens naturally. Archangel Michael's presence is not about dramatic change, it is about steady strength. The kind of strength that allows you to stand firm without becoming rigid. You are learning that true power does not come from control, but from clarity. And clarity comes when you trust your inner guidance rather than doubt it. Think about how far you have already come. The version of you that once felt overwhelmed would not recognize the steadiness you carry now. Even when challenges appear, you approach them differently. There is less panic, less self-blame, and more awareness. This shift is subtle, but it is life-changing. You are entering a phase where patience begins to work in your favor. Not the kind of patience that waits helplessly, but the kind that observes, prepares, and responds wisely. This is a sign of emotional maturity, and it opens doors that impulsive action never could. There is also a reminder here to stay connected to what grounds you. Simple moments, quiet reflection, honest conversations, and time spent listening to your inner voice will continue to guide you. You do not need external validation to confirm your worth. Your value has never been conditional. What lies ahead is not chaos or uncertainty, but refinement. Old patterns that no longer serve you will continue to fade, not through force, but through understanding. When something loses meaning, it naturally releases its hold. You are experiencing that release now. This message was not meant to create urgency or pressure. It was meant to create alignment. Alignment between your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. When these three move together, life feels lighter, decisions feel clearer, and peace becomes more consistent. As you move forward from here, remember that guidance does not always speak loudly. Often, it whispers through intuition, calm reflection, and inner reassurance. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. Trust that this connection will remain with you long after this message ends. Nothing has been taken from you by listening to this message. Only awareness has been added. And awareness is the foundation of every meaningful transformation. You are not starting over, you are continuing, but with deeper understanding and steadier faith. Take this moment as a reminder that you are supported, guided, and capable of navigating what comes next. Not perfectly, but sincerely. And sincerity is always. If this message resonated with you, take a moment now. Like this video to acknowledge the guidance you received. Subscribe so you don't miss messages meant to support your journey. Share this with someone who may need calm and clarity today. And comment one word that reflects how you feel right now. Your intention matters.